going on? This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist. Welcome to the Get a Life Show, the show that gives you the tools and principles necessary for an outstanding life. Today's segment is called Life Nuggets, and today I want to talk to you from the subject, the 7 bad health habits of a successful person. You know, what makes a person successful are the choices and the decisions that that person makes, and then the action that that person uses and follows up and makes things happen. But if you're not careful, even though you're successful, you can do some things to undermine what you're trying to do. And in the areas of health, there are a lot of things that we need to change and alleviate in terms of our health habits. And so today I want to talk to you about those 7 things. Now listen, I'm not going to front. I'm not going to hold you up. There are a lot of these things that I don't do personally, but I'm trying to change my life, and I want to see you change yours for the better also. So follow me as we look ourselves in the mirror and make some changes. So, the first bad habit that we have in terms of our health is forgetting to relax. Wow. Now, let me say this. I'm not talking to you lazy people. This isn't for you. Go watch another video. This isn't for you. I'm talking about those of you who work hard. Those of you who get up every day and you bust your behind. Those of you who are successful in your marriages and you're trying to be a good husband. You're trying to be a good wife. You're trying to be a good father and a good mother, and you're trying to have your kids participating in this. You go to work every day. You have a business. You work hard in your local church. I'm talking to you. Oftentimes we forget to relax. We're so ingrained in the hustle and bustle that we never take time for a breather. So consequently, we end up having high blood pressure. We end up stressed because we're just on a constant move, a constant flow, and we never take a pause. I don't care what you have to do. If it's spending some time with your loved one, if it's watching your favorite TV show, if it's simply picking up a book, take the time to relax throughout the day and give your mind a breather. Give your body a pause so that you can have an energy to start back again. Relaxing is not about being lazy. It's about being smart. You have to throw enough of that in there to make your life more efficient. Alright? So that's number 1. Number 2 bad habit is eating on the go. Now I do this all the time. Always running, always moving. So it's easier just to stop by McDonald's and pick up a double cheeseburger. But those double cheeseburgers are toxic. They're bad for you. They're horrible. They're artery cloggers. They're high blood pressure starters. But we're always doing it. Gotta take the time to start packing a lunch. Gotta take the time to sit down and eat your dinner. Don't be in such a rush. I know you're busy. I know you got things to do. But you have to take the time. Because that's a trick to get us all out there and eating that crazy food and having us sitting up somewhere in the doctor's office. Stop it. I'm trying to. Number 3, putting off sleep. Now, there's something to be said about staying up, burning the midnight oil. There's something to be said about successful people who are not lazy and who feel like sleep gets in their way of being productive. I can feel you. I have that same mindset. But be balanced. Don't get off. Don't get crazy. Your body needs that 8 hours. Your body needs that contact with that pillow and that cover so that you can refuel. Your body needs that time to shut down. Your mind needs that time to slumber so you can be effective in your thought processes the next day. So you can be effective in your decision making. So you have the energy that it takes to make that project happen. Yeah, I know you're a go-getter. You don't need no sleep. I feel you. But if you don't start getting some sleep, your body will make you pay for it later on. Alright? Let's move on. The next thing is not exercising. Listen, you got to work off all those Whoppers you eat. You got to work off all that cheesecake and all those fudge brownie cookies. You have to do something to strengthen those muscles. Stretch out those joints. Work out those inside organs. Exercise gives us a chance and gives us a fight back ability to all the stuff that we do. Exercise helps out your breathing. It helps your thinking. It gives your body some bounce back ability. Exercise is your energy pill to make it happen. If you don't exercise, then you're fighting against yourself. Exercise works for you. I know it hurts. I know you don't feel like you have time for it, but you got to make time for it. It'll benefit you in the long run. The next one I'm definitely guilty of. Working when sick. Now listen, there's something to be said about perseverance. There's something to be said about pushing yourself when you're hurting. There's something to be said about going the extra mile when you should be in bed. I do it all the time. But you can't play when you're injured. If you don't shut down when you're sick, your body will shut down for you. And you don't want that to happen. Come on, be smart. It doesn't mean that you're a punk. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. It simply means when your body's sick, do what it takes to get it better, and then get back out there and play the next day. But don't be stupid. Don't think you're being tough by working when you have double pneumonia. Get in the bed and get better. The next, I don't do this particularly, but this is for all you drinkers and smokers. Listen, you can be the smartest, successful person in the world. Eventually, alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs will take you out of here. If you want to live a long life with longevity, and you don't want your liver ate up, you don't want your lungs looking like a black cloud, stop it. It's not smart. It's not healthy on any level. Drinking and smoking and success is kind of an oxymoron, don't you think? Last but not least, stop skipping your checkups. Yeah, I do this too. I get busy. I don't like doctors. So I just say forget it. You know, out of sight, out of mind. If I don't feel the problem, it must not be there. It's not true. You gotta get checkups. There are some problems that can be alleviated, that can be headed off if we detect them early enough. But if you don't get checked up, you can't even find out if there's something wrong. I don't care how you feel about the doctor. Make an appointment tomorrow and get a checkup.